Have you ever looked at a headline about Europe's aging crisis and felt a sense of doom? You see charts with plummeting birth rates, rising pension costs, and hear warnings of economic stagnation. It's often painted as a demographic time bomb, a slow-motion catastrophe that threatens the very fabric of European society. But what if I told you this isn't the full picture? What if this so-called crisis is actually the result of a series of choices we've made as a society? Let's step back for a moment. Why are European populations aging? It boils down to two main factors. People are living longer, and they are having fewer children. Living longer is unequivocally a triumph. It's a testament to incredible advancements in medicine, nutrition, and public health. A century ago, reaching the age of 60 was a significant milestone. Today, living into your 80s and 90s is increasingly common. This is something to celebrate, not fear. The second part, declining birth rates, is more complex. For decades, the replacement rate, the number of children per woman needed to keep a population stable, has been around 2.1. In most of Europe, it's well below that. In Italy, it's around 1.2. In Spain, it's similar. Why? This is where the idea of choice really comes into play. These aren't just random fluctuations. They reflect deep-seated social and economic realities. Consider the life of a young person in many parts of Europe today. They face precarious job markets, high housing costs, and stagnant wages. The decision to have a child is no longer just a personal one. It's a profound economic calculation. Can we afford the childcare? Will one of us have to sacrifice our career? Can we provide our child with the opportunities we want for them? For many, the answer is a hesitant maybe or a definitive not right now. This isn't a selfish rejection of family. It's a rational response to an environment that makes raising children incredibly challenging. Societies have implicitly chosen to prioritize other things. We've built economies that favor flexible, on-demand labor over stable, long-term employment. We've seen state support for families, like subsidized childcare and generous parental leave, get squeezed by austerity measures. We have created a system where individual career advancement often comes into direct conflict with family life, especially for women who still bear a disproportionate share of domestic and caregiving responsibilities. So, when we talk about low birth rates, we're not talking about a mysterious plague of infertility. We are talking about the logical outcome of policy decisions, economic structures, and cultural norms. We have, in many ways, chosen this path. Now, let's look at the other side of the equation, the burden of the elderly. This is another frame we need to question. The narrative often centers on the dependency ratio, the number of working-age people relative to the number of retirees. As this ratio shifts, the story goes, a smaller workforce will be crushed under the weight of supporting a massive elderly population. Pensions will become unsustainable, and healthcare systems will collapse. But is an older person automatically a burden? This perspective reduces an entire generation with their wisdom, experience, and potential contributions to a line on a spreadsheet. Many people remain active, engaged, and productive long after the traditional retirement age. They volunteer, they care for grandchildren, they mentor younger generations, and they are often a vital part of the social fabric. The real challenge isn't the number of older people. It's how we structure our society to support them. The pension crisis is often a crisis of investment and political will. Do we have systems that allow people to work longer if they choose, perhaps more flexibly? Are we investing in preventative healthcare to keep people healthier for longer, reducing long-term care costs? Are we creating communities that are age-friendly, with accessible transportation and housing? These are all choices. We can choose to see our elders as a resource, not a liability. We can choose to innovate in our models of care, moving away from expensive institutionalization towards more community-based and in-home support. We can choose to reform our pension systems to be more sustainable and equitable. This reframing from crisis to choice is crucial because it gives us agency. A crisis is something that happens asterisk to asterisk us, something we must endure. A choice is something we make and something we can change. What would it look like if we made different choices? Imagine a society that truly values care. One where high-quality, affordable childcare is seen not as a private cost, but as a public good, an investment in our collective future. A society where both men and women are supported with generous, flexible parental leave, so that having a child doesn't derail a career. This would not only make it easier for people to choose to have children, but would also promote gender equality. Now, imagine a society that honors its elders. One that harnesses their experience through flexible work and volunteer opportunities. A society that builds intergenerational housing, where young families, students, and seniors live side by side, supporting each other. A place that invests in technology to help people live independently and safely in their own homes for as long as possible. These aren't utopian fantasies. Countries like Sweden and France have shown that robust family support policies can help stabilize birth rates. Innovations in geriatric care and age-friendly city design are happening all over the world. The solutions are out there. The real question is one of values. What do we value more? Unfettered market logic or social cohesion? Short-term economic gains or long-term generational well-being? Individual ambition or the collective responsibility of care? The aging of Europe forces us to confront these fundamental questions. It's a mirror reflecting the priorities we've set, for better or for worse. Seeing it only as a crisis leads to fear and inaction, but seeing it as the result of our choices and as an opportunity to make new, better ones can be incredibly empowering. It allows us to move beyond panicked headlines and start a real conversation. A conversation about how we want to live together. How we care for our children, support our workers, and honor our elders. This demographic shift isn't a bomb waiting to explode. It's a profound, slow-moving current that is reshaping our world, and we have the choice to either be swept away by it or to learn how to navigate it, building a society that is more compassionate, more equitable, and ultimately, more resilient for all generations. The next time you hear someone talk about the aging crisis, maybe you can ask them, or is it a choice? Because framing the problem is the first step to solving it. And this is a problem that we all have a stake in solving together. Thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this perspective valuable, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more content that challenges the way we think about the world as biggest issues. See you next time.